Stephen, just first of all, reflecting on the game last weekend at Sheffield Wednesday, how do you look back on what we did well and what needs to be improved?
Obviously, I think it was a good result in the end. I felt we were under real pressure, as we said on Saturday, from Sheffield Wednesday early on in the game. I think they started the game really strongly and put loads of balls into the box, like kind of how we expected. But we didn't buckle under the pressure. We needed Daniel to make a big save for us, like he did, and we got a little bit of luck when they hit the bar, but then I felt we grew into the game. Second half, I think we started pretty well and fell behind once again, so that's something that we can improve on. Stop conceding the first goal if possible, but the reaction that we got from the players and the response we got was really good, and in the end, maybe could have won the game.
It was the 5th game in 16 days. How have the squad recovered since then?
Yeah, it was a tough period. We spoke to them about that we were going to need the whole squad and everybody's going to have to contribute, which is pretty much what we had. A lot of people came in who hadn't played loads of minutes, and I felt done really well. Staked a claim to be in the team, and then people who we spoke about maybe have played a lot of minutes looked a bit jaded at times, so it was kind of to be expected, the performances that we got. And since then, this week's been good that we've had a clear week. Everybody's been able to get some good training in, and look, we're just all refreshed and ready to go again.
One man who played every single minute of those 5 matches was Josh Theant. What have you made of his contribution over the last few weeks? Yeah,
I think Josh has done okay. I think his talent is clear for everyone to see, and his running power is, is what he's in the team for. He's a strong lad, he's physical, and in them 5 games, that's kind of what we've needed. So yeah, he's played a big part and he scored a goal at a real important time for us away at Hull, and had some other good performances as well. So he needs to continue that. He's not the only one, I think, that did well in the last 5 games. There was others that's really stepped up, and I say for the next 3 now, that's what we're going to need.
Are there any fresh concerns from the game at the weekend?
No, not really. No, everyone's okay. We had a couple of little early niggles in the week here in training, but they've all sort of cleared up as well. So we should be fine going into the weekend with a strong squad. We had Junior who played some minutes for the under-21s on Monday night, which was good for him. And yet we'll be at full strength.
How's Wouter Burger doing?
Yeah, Wouter's okay, yeah. He went in for the scat test with the doctor on Monday, and there was no sort of concussion, so he's going to be fine.
How are Ben and Lyndon progressing?
Yeah, they're doing okay. They've both seen them both out on the grass. They're progressing well, as sort of to be expected. I spoke to Gucci this week. He's hoping to play a part, which I knew he would be. But we've stressed again how important it is that them 2 lads get their injury right, because the last thing that they want is for that to be hanging over them over the summer and affecting the pre-season next year. So yeah, we won't take any unnecessary risks, but I think both players will be hoping to maybe play a part in the running.
There's been a bit of talk recently about Junho possibly being called up to the South Korea squad. What can you tell us about his availability?
We've just said that we need our points. Spoke to John a few weeks ago about it and said, look, I would love Junho to go away with his national team if all was well and we had enough points that we need to get. But since then we haven't had any other conversations, because obviously we haven't got the points required yet that we need. So as of now, he's with us, and he'll be here for the weekend. And then if that changes in the future, then so be it.
The importance of Saturday's fixture isn't lost on anybody. How have the players responded to that during the week?
As I said, the training's been good this week. We all know the importance of the game. We know what's at stake, as will they. And we need to make sure that we're just focused on our performance and figuring out how's the best way to go about trying to beat an Argyle team who have picked up lately and have picked up some really good results. So yeah, it's not going to be an easy game. We all know how important it is, but we can't also let that distract you from how you're going to play. It's obviously going to be a pressurised game, and it's important that you stay cool and stay nice and calm and just get on with your game and not let the occasion take over.
You obviously come up against your former club for the first time. How do you look back on your time in Devon?
Yeah, loved it. It was been a big part of my life, my family's life. They were down there for almost 5 years, and seeing the club come from League 2 to the Championship and be part of the success that was there over the last few years was unbelievable. And yeah, it was a brilliant club, real good people there. Starting with the owner, with Simon at the top, and Andrew Parkinson, the CEO, and everybody there. It was a good club. So yeah, can only look back on it fondly. The fans were brilliant with us. I'm sure I'll get a bit of reaction this weekend from them, but that's football. And yeah, nothing but good things to say about that club.
As tough as this season's proven to be here, how much are you enjoying your time here?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a challenge. You knew coming into the job, you don't get a type of job like this if everything's going smoothly or it's unlikely to. And yeah, we knew how big of a challenge it was, but I can honestly say it's part of my development, it's part of our learning, and it's only going to improve myself personally in the future. But as I say, the job isn't not finished yet. We've still got a huge task ahead of us to stay in this division. That was the goal when we were brought in December, and it's still the goal now to stay up and then try and build and be better next season. What
is it that excites you from your time here so far?
The fan base is always good. I think it's important, the size of the club, the facilities that we've got, the opportunity to come and manage such a huge club in Stoke City. That was what drove us to be here. So that hasn't changed. Everyone is aware of how big this situation is, and if we get it going and we get it rocking, then it'll be hard to stop us. But I say it's going to take time. It took time at Argyle, so I was there for nearly 5 years. It's going to take time to build anything that's successful, but it's something that we're all desperate to try and do.
In terms of the opponents on Saturday, is there anything to be gained from your perspective and Luke Cundle's in terms of maybe knowing their weaknesses and strengths?
Yeah, we know the players really well, as does Niall Ennis. Obviously, he was there as well, so we know the individuals. We know what they're capable of. We know the spirit and the energy that team play with. So that'll be something that we'll be trying to express to the players. I think the players have played against them before as well and know kind of what to expect. And as I said before, it's going to be a hard game. It's against a team who are directly above us, and we need to make sure that we come out of it on top.
Stoke City supporters made themselves heard when outnumbered at Hillsborough on Saturday. How much are you looking forward to 3 sides of the ground being behind you? Yeah,
the fans were brilliant the weekend, and so pleased that we got a result for them. Say 4,000 away at Hillsborough was excellent. I've not seen the away end at that ground as full before, certainly not this season. So yeah, it was a brilliant turnout, and as I say, we thanked them for that on Saturday, and as I said on Saturday as well, we're going to need the bet365 to be absolutely bouncing at the weekend. It will be a good atmosphere. There's something on the game for both sets of fans, and yeah, and hopefully ours will be louder than theirs.